Good morning, morning. Wake up. It's the time of the day again. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Hey, it's going to be a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me. This is day number 141 of our 365 days of power consciousness. If you're new here and if you just joined us, if it's your first time being here, thank you and welcome. My name is Gilbert Gwaze and welcome to Success Elementary. We do this every day. This is a study group. This is a good space for you to grow, a good space for you to get the good information, because we are reading some of the most beautiful books which were put together by the most brilliant minds that ever lived on this planet Earth. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. As you can see, I've got my microphone on, all lights, camera, action. It's time for us to go down and dive deep into yet another chapter. We're trailblazing, we are making progress, we are moving. Guess what? We are on persistence now. This is chapter 9. Napoleon Hill put down together, I told you, 13 principles, which if you follow diligently, do exactly as what Napoleon Hill is saying, your success, the whole universe has got nothing against you. It won't hold anything back but to deliver exactly that which you desire. Thank you so much for joining me, Omana. It's such a pleasant day. I'm pretty much excited and pretty pumped. It's always a pleasure. It has always been a pleasure presenting to you and reading to you and studying with you. We have since moved on to YouTube, and I highly recommend that before you do anything, go and subscribe on this channel and put the notification button, because each and every day I'll be doing these recordings, I'll be uploading videos such that you benefit and such that we all grow together. We're trying to grow this community so that we get to at least 1,000, so that I can be able to do these live videos on YouTube. Facebook was giving me crap, so we find another solution. We're living in an information age, we're living in a solution age where solutions are plenty. And so we think of different ways in which we can deliver the same information but from a different platform. So there's nothing that has changed. It's just the same old progress that we're moving on with. Today is day number 141, pardon me. And we're still going strong. Thank you if you've been sticking around. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to call me or to use the comment box in our Facebook page. I'll take the time, man. I've got the time to be helping you, and the whole point is for us to be like-minded people. If you've got any questions, please do. I'll try my level best. I'm not saying I know it all, but I'll try my level best, search from my database of information that I've managed to gather through study and experience, and try to give you the best opinion or the best answer as I can do. So without wasting so much time, we are entering into another zone, we are entering into another principle, which is called persistence. That's chapter 9. Chapter 9 by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, is what we are doing and what we are studying. Persistence, the sustained effort necessary to induce faith, the 8th step towards riches. The sustained effort, underline the word effort there. There's nothing that you're going to have, or there's nothing that you're going to accomplish, or there's nothing that you're going to get if you do not take action. The previous chapter was on decision making. It all goes down to, if you made that decision for yourself that you now want to grow, if you made that decision for yourself that I no longer want to be poor, I no longer want my bank balance to always be running dry and to always be looking and calling people and trying to knock in people for a couple of dollars. I want to start creating wealth of my own. I want to start that business that I've been putting on hold. I want to start exercising to get that body that I desire. I want to start studying so that I get the knowledge that I require. Have you made that decision yet? If you haven't, this is the time for you to make that decision, because after you've made that decision, the next step is now guiding you towards sustaining that decision to make sure that you continue to do everything that you have to do. Let me tell you a quick story what happened this morning. As I wake out, I go out early in the morning and do my normal routine. I met this old guy, he's 83 years old. And he's called Ron. Ron gave me inspiration and gave me the power to continue doing what I'm doing, because at 83, he told me, do you know what the secret of my exercise and me keeping healthy and staying healthy is? I'm like, tell me, Ron. He said, it's discipline and persistence. I'm like, wow. He didn't know that I was going to be talking of persistence today. He didn't know about that. He just came in, dropped that jewel, and it lit me up. It has made my day, and guess what? I'm about to make your day with the same information that I've been granted and that I've been given by the universe through the mentor, which is Ron. Ron gave me a beautiful, beautiful 2 words that I'll forever live by, and that forever resonate with me, because now I've got a picture that I need to operate with in as far as my workouts and my health is concerned. I want to get to 83 when I can still walk, when I can still be energetic. But he said it's not going to be easy. Sometimes I don't feel like getting out of the blankets early in the morning, but I still do, because the body wants something, but your mind is telling you something. I told you there's a higher side of yourself, which is your spiritual self, which wants growth. And that higher self always is knocking, is always, reminding you that let's get up, let's get going, let's start that business, let's go, let's go, let's go. And we're about to keep going right now as we enter this new zone and this new topic. Without wasting so much time on the introduction, let's hope you're getting the vibe, let's hope you're getting the information that is going to take you to the next level, because that's the whole goal of success and mentoring, what I'm trying to do here. So let's start. Chapter 8 we're on Think and Grow Rich. Chapter 9 on persistence, the sustained effort necessary to induce faith, the 8th step towards riches. Persistence is an essential factor in the procedure of transmuting desire into its monetary equivalence. The basis of persistence is the power of will. You see, the word will there demands an answer right at the end. Will simply means, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to? What is that thing that you are willing to? Are you willing to wake up early in the morning? Are you willing to start on that business? Are you willing to then go on and on and on with the idea that you have always been carrying in your mind? What are you willing to do to get to that next level? What are you willing to pay to get that information that you so want to take you to the next level? Willpower and desire, when properly combined, make an irresistible pair. Men who accumulate great fortunes are greatly known as cold-blooded and sometimes ruthless. Often they are misunderstood. What they have is willpower, which they mix with persistence and place back of their desires to ensure to attain of their objectives. Henry Ford has been generally misunderstood to be ruthless and cold-blooded. This misconception grew out of Ford's habit of following through in all his plans with persistence. The majority of people are ready to throw their aims and purposes abroad and give up at the first sign of opposition or misfortune. A few carry on despite all opposition until they attain their goal. These few are the Fords, the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, and the Edisons. There may be no heroic connotation to the word persistence, but the quality is to the character of a man what carbon is to steel. You cannot talk of steel without carbon. You cannot talk of achievement or great achievement without putting the word persistent inside of someone who is successful. They've been successful for a long time because they've made a decision, and back of that decision there is a will to see whatever they've painted as a picture come to reality before their very eyes. Wallace D. Wattles talk of doing things in a certain way. James Allen talk of the environment being nothing but a mirror to what is going on inside of our minds. So we are waiting to see. It's a game of creating our own world and designing how our life is going to be by implementing and acting upon these principles. Willpower, there is nothing that beats willpower, man. Let me tell you this for sure. I know. The building of a fortune generally involves the application of the entire 13 factors of this philosophy, which are the 13 principles that have been given. These principles must be understood. They must be applied with persistence by all who accumulate money. You must understand, when you study, the next stage of study is to seek understanding. Because without an understanding, your faith is going to be shaky. And you're going to doubt yourself. You're going to be asking yourself. You see, everyone has got a self-chattering conversation which is going on inside of their head. We talk more to ourselves than we do to anyone out there. That self-chatter molds the very fabric of who we then turn out to be, or the actions that we are going to turn out to act on. Therefore, giving us the results that we are going to get. So what is that self-chattering that is going inside of your head? It constitutes mostly of the thoughts that you have in your head. Scientists have proven that we have got more than 60,000 conversations happening per day, each and every day. We've got those conversations going on in our mind. Are those conversations of success, poverty, lack, limitation, disease, difficulty, problems? Or they are conversations of an understanding, of law, of abundance, of prosperity, of riches, of health, of wealth, and of happiness? Are you gossiping or you're encouraging? Let's continue. You know what you're doing for yourself. Ask yourself these honest questions. Give yourself a hard look about what is going on in your head each and every time. Are you thinking of how difficult things are going to be, or you're thinking of the solutions that you'd like to apply to make sure that you get to that goal, regardless of whatever the situation is going to be? Circumstances don't matter, because they're a result of past thoughts, of your past thoughts. Now is a new day for you to start thinking new thoughts, for you to start molding and shaping your life according to how you want it to be shaped. The universe is no optional, man. It has no option. It will deliver. Surely as night follows day, the universe is going to deliver everything that you have thought about, or everything that constitutes the majority of your thinking patterns. If you are following this book with the intention of applying the knowledge it conveys, your first tests as to your persistence will come when you begin to follow the 6 steps described in the 2nd chapter. Unless you are one of the 2 out of 100 who already have a definite goal at which you are aiming and a definite plan for its attainment, you may read the instructions and then pass on with your daily routine and never comply with those instructions. Your first test was on getting to know those 6 steps. Think of a dream, think of a goal, paint the picture in your mind of your desire. Think of the things that you want to see, because there's a very fine line. Most of the people are thinking of the things that they do not want to see. What if I fall sick? What if I don't get the money? What if my kids suffer? What if I die? Is that what you want? So start turning that self-talk and that negative talk into positive talk. You're not going to be sick. You're going to be healthy. You're going to be prosperous. You're going to be rich. Your kids are going to be successful. And you're going to be living in an abundant and successful life. Those are the opposites, self-affirmatory statements that you're supposed to be giving yourself. It's the beginning steps of any successful endeavor. There is no way you are going to succeed if you are full of negative self-chattering. There is no way the Lord deviates. It will never deviate by giving you good when you're constantly thinking of bad. It will never deviate like that. It will give you in exact proportion to what you constantly be thinking about. The author is checking you up at this point, because lack of persistence is one of the major causes of failure. Moreover, experience with thousands of people has proved that lack of persistence is a weakness common to the majority of men. It is a weakness which may be overcome by effort. The ease with which lack of persistence may be conquered would depend entirely upon the intensity of one's desire. How bad do you want it? Who will end here today? How bad do you want it? Because we are creatures of habit. We are creatures of habit. If you are not used to being persistent, that's your habit. You touch something, you leave it. You touch something, you leave it. That's your habit. And you can change that habit by becoming someone of persistent conditioning. You can condition yourself for persistence. Give yourself a command and then follow it. That is the best definition that I was given by my mentor in as far as how discipline and persistence goes. A persistent individual, no matter how lost they might seem or how much time it might take for them to get where they want to get to, if they are persistent and if they keep on focused on the same thing over and over for years and years out, eventually that goal and that dream is going to become a reality. So what is it that you want to persist on? What is it that you want to pursue? I was listening to one beautiful sermon from Mike Murdoch. He talked of pursuit being the most powerful thing. God is not going to respond to your cry. He's not going to respond to your disappointments. He's not going to respond to your negative self-talk. He's going to respond to your pursuit. What is it that you are pursuing today? What is it that you are pursuing today? Are you pursuing health? Are you pursuing happiness? Are you pursuing riches? Are you pursuing a good relationship with your colleagues or with your family? What is it that you are pursuing? If you continue to pursue that, the universe is going to support that. The universe is going to support that. The moment you fix upon your consciousness, the desire for your riches is one with the desire for omnipotence, for more complete expression, your faith becomes invincible. Because there is nothing that can stop you in your way. Because there is no one who is going to come in and control you the way you think. Because it's all in the way you think. If you think you have failed, you already have. If you think you have lost, you already have. There is nothing else that you're going to win out there if you think you've lost. So look at your vocabulary as you walk around and open your mouth. What is that energy that you discharge into the universe? Because the energy you discharge into the universe is the energy that the universe is going to take on. You are going to get as much as you discharge into the universe. That is the simpler way of describing the law of attraction. For those who are not familiar with it, it is a law that we are constantly going to be talking about in Success Elementary and in the study of mental sciences. The whole game is on you being able to take control, going back on the driver's seat of your life. Be persistent. Control the situation and control your environment. Don't let the environment and circumstances control you. Don't be reactionary. Be responsive in every way and every step that you're going to choose. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. As always, it's a pleasure for me to be sharing with you all this information. We're trying out different ways. We're trying out to better ourselves each and every day. I am trying my level best to make sure that I give you the most quality of information in the shortest possible time. 20 minutes is all I can dedicate for the next 365 days. We're already on day number 141. All I'm asking you is to go and subscribe to this channel and just turn on the notification button. We want to get to 1,000 in the minimum time possible. That is my next goal, and I believe you can give me the support that I want to get there, so that I can be able to deliver these lives on YouTube. And then we can keep the community growing. Once we get and attract a number of people who can help us, we all become a happy community which is based on growth. Thank you so much, Oman. It's always a pleasure. Success Elementary is the time. 7 o'clock is the time that I've always wanted to be delivering these lessons. Let's hope you're deriving quite a number of good information and taking the nuggets and taking notes, because it's all in the habit of doing good and consuming good that you are going to become good. Up until we meet again, same time, same place. Success Elementary is the name of the game. Captain Gwaze. Cheers.